Hey, we're getting a fresh read out of North Carolina. There's a new Monmouth poll released just seconds ago. It's showing Hillary Clinton with a 2-point percentage point edge there. This is Donald Trump is blitzing swing states, making a big pitch, particularly to black and Hispanic voters. He's saying Democratic policies have led to major problems in inner cities. So how right is he? To Latino Coalition President Hector Barreto and radio show host David Webb. Hector, let me start with you. We saw a quote-unquote softening, or we're going to get a major shift in Donald Trump's deportation policies. He's made the last week and a half all about going after those non-traditional GOP voters. How well has he done?
Well, I think it's important. I think it's kind of a moving target. And to be perfectly honest with you, it's causing some confusion because, you know, you hear the campaign saying, look, these things have not totally been determined yet. Obviously, a big immigration speech was canceled in Colorado this week. I'm sure he's going to be addressing it in his speech that he's going to give in Florida. And by the way, Florida is the big enchilada. It's the big swing state. A lot of Latinos in there. So if he's going to start moving and pivoting, this is a good place to do it.
You know, David, North Carolina, we just read that. I read where Hispanic registration is up through the roof. It's up maybe 400 or 500% more than general registration. Could be 5% of the vote. That may be a state decided by less than 5%. So it's important that maybe the message is being nuanced at the right time. But there is some criticism of where the message has been given and how it's being given. Does Donald Trump need to fine-tune that even more?
Yeah, he needs to fine-tune it, Charles. And look, Donald Trump is the candidate now, but he's dealing with a decades-old problem, which is the Republican Party's failure to really engage those communities, doing what political parties have done for years, go with your consistent voting bloc. He's not going to overcome it, but that 3 to 5% change, if he goes at them with the economic message, if he talks to them about what matters to improving their place in life, not buying the false numbers on unemployment when they live their reality, the fact that they're not able to get ahead, if he can go at education, which is key in those communities, and the ability to advance themselves by learning and growing, then I think he's got a shot at peeling off some of that percentage. And by the way, the perception shift from going and engaging, not giving a speech from the suburbs, but going to those communities directly, that can be significant.
It could be, and I tried to tell that to Trump folks, you know, and I do know that where you give the message is important in the audience. Hector, having said that, some are wondering how much time. The clock is ticking. Earlier, someone equated this to preseason. If it is preseason, this is the last preseason game.
I think we're in the playoffs, man. 80 days left, not a lot of time. Every day is precious. You know, it's been a little bit surprising that Donald Trump has spent so much time in traditionally red states. Obviously, he's fundraising, but from here on out, he's got to focus like a laser beam probably on 6 or 7 states. Florida is one of those states. Other states that we need to pick up, states like Virginia, North Carolina will be important, Ohio. Those are critical states, and we got to start going on offense. I mean, if you're going to win, you got to be going after. You got to have already stabilized your base, and you got to be going after the new voters. Right. Hopefully, you're going to see that in the coming days.
Last word to you, David. I think the base is with Donald Trump. No matter how he evolves his positions, they feel like they know the man, they know his heart, and now he's got to be able to articulate that to people who are on the fence.
Yeah, he does, and he needs to expand. The air campaign is needed. He's got that base in place, and whatever changes there won't be significant enough. But if he goes out to those communities and the voters that haven't made up their minds yet in those traditionally non-red state areas, go to the blue, go to the purple, he can adjust that. I just spent, a week and a half traveling across 6 or 7 states. And I talk to people out there, and all they want to know is when is he going to reach out to their friends and relatives who aren't sure, to their coworkers who aren't sure. He's got them. The UAW workers, not the leadership. I talked to a lot of those guys. They're potential Trump voters, for example. And those minority communities, it's about economy. It's about the day, remember this phrase? When there's too much month at the end of money? He's got to talk to them about their economy.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Thank you both very much. Really appreciate it.